As you guys know, this is a new weekly tradition, and now I'm trying to pull it up on my page so I could see you guys and answer questions and all of that fun stuff. I'm going to wait for the room to populate a little bit, before I get into today's topics. The topics that are on hand today, are at hand today. Look at that. We got a lot of people in here already. Awesome. So today I'm going to be talking about, obviously, the Into the Spider-Verse trailer, because that's a new thing that just came out. Got to talk about that. Looks awesome. Also going to talk about the Flash mid-season finale, because that just happened this past week, so also I got to talk about that. And Batman the White Knight. The newest issue just came out. I love that series, so I selfishly want to talk about it because it's really, really good. Third issue just came out, I believe this past Wednesday? Was it before? I don't know. It came out recently. And also, if you guys remember last week, I told you guys to watch the first 2 episodes of My Hero Academia because we did a poll on our Variant Facebook page. It's like, what anime should we watch from week to week? Because I want to start watching more anime and all that stuff. Because I watch a handful of them, but not nearly as much as I want to. So I thought a cool thing to do would be watch episodes along with you guys every week. Each week we watch 2 episodes of a series, and then eventually, obviously, we finish the whole thing. So this past week, I told everyone to watch the first 2 episodes of My Hero Academia. I watched them. Some of you may have already watched the complete series. I haven't. Some of you may have just watched the 2 like I did. So we're going to talk about that a little later on. But first things up, the new Spider-Man trailer, the new Sony's animated Miles Morales Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse trailer. That trailer is just beautiful. I mean, it just looks so cool. I love how the animation for the trailer is very different. It's not like Pixar or DreamWorks or any of that stuff. It's very kind of stylized, which I thought was great. It's kind of, it has its own like style, aesthetic to it, whatever you want to call it. But it looks really, really cool, and I love just the tone of it. The music choice, I thought they chose for the trailer fit it perfectly. I'm just really excited to see Miles Morales on the big screen. It's kind of crazy. This character is not that old. It's escaping me when he was created, but he's not that old of a character. He's only several years old. So that's pretty nuts that he's already going to be on the big screen when it took like Peter Parker decades to hit the big screen. But then again, I say all the time to close friends and stuff, and probably even you guys on the show. You guys are my close friends. I talk to you every week. You invite me in your household, in your phone, on your TV. But I say all the time that we're like in the golden age of comic books and just nerddom in general. Like, it's kind of nutty the movies we're getting these days in TV shows. Like, would you have ever thought like 10 years ago that we're gonna get like a live action Black Panther movie, let alone him be in like other superhero movies, like as a, just one of the characters? It's just it's just nutty. All this stuff's happening. So anyway, yes, the trailer looks great. It was only like 1 minute and 23 seconds, I believe, but it showed us enough to get us, or me, I'm sure all of you, super, super excited. I'm really looking forward to it. I think what kind of blew my mind, though, I don't know about you guys, but I don't know if it was announced or they just announced it with a thing, but I didn't recall it being Into the Spider-Verse. Now, maybe that's just me slacking on my my Spider-Man movie news or whatnot, but I don't remember that title being a thing. Maybe, I don't know. I talk about so much comic book stuff on the show and whatnot. I may have said that in the past. I just forgot because there's just so much of it now. But yeah, I was like, what? This is like, we're getting a Spider-Verse movie, and like we're gonna get multiple Spider-Men from all different realities and stuff. So we're gonna get Miles Morales. We're gonna get Spider-Man 2099, Scarlet Spider. Like, just, that's insane. Spider-Man UK, like all that stuff. That's nuts. And with animation, like, you could do, it's kind of like comic books. There's like no limitation, you know what I mean? Where live action, there's set budgets for like, VFX are going to cost this much, practical stuff is going to cost this much. Where animation, it's a lot cheaper, so you could do whatever the heck you want, put as many like characters, and obviously you have to pay for the voice actors and stuff, but you know what I mean? It's cheaper than live action stuff. So I'm super excited. Like, are we going to get, because again, I haven't looked too much into this movie. It kind of snuck up on me, I think like most of you, that the trailer even came out. I knew it was a thing, but they just kind of released it over the weekend. I was like, what the? All right, that's kind of awesome. So I hope we get like Spider-Gwen, Spider-Gwen and Spider-Man 2099. Please, 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 if, because again, I haven't looked into the plot or anything like that, but Spider-Verse, so obviously there has to be multiple Spider-Men, not just Miles Morales, but you did see the Prowler in there too. He's chasing him real quick in the trailer, so that was awesome, because, that's a big part of Miles Morales' origin and whatnot. But yes, I'm super, super excited for the movie. It looks awesome. I love how, like, kind of stylized It's just very unique, and how even like certain parts during the trailer, like it would like they would throw in like 1 or 2 frames of like actual comic book stills, not like actual comic book stills, but to make it look like it was drawn. You know what I mean? Like would flicker back and forth. I thought that was really cool and clever. So I just want a longer trailer. But the thing that's a bummer, it's like, you know, we're obviously in the holidays. Christmas is like what, 2-ish weeks away, 2-3 weeks away, and they're like, yes, Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse coming Christmas 2018. So literally a year from now. But yeah, that's that. Looks awesome, but now we gotta wait. But in the meantime, we're gonna get Black Panther. We're gonna get Infinity War, so I guess we can't complain. We're spoiled nowadays. Anyway, moving on. The Flash mid-season finale this past week. I believe it was this past week. I'm getting my days confused, guys. We're trying to wrap up, get some stuff shot ahead for Variant for the end of the year. Because I'm going to be taking 2 weeks off, but don't worry, you guys are going to have videos, so I'm shooting ahead to make sure you guys have videos for those 2 weeks. So my head is all conjumbled, especially with doing Christmas stuff with family and all that whatnot and all that stuff and whatnot. Anyway, Flash mid-season finale. It was really cool. I love spoilers, so I gotta say spoilers. I almost didn't say spoilers, and you guys would have hated me. Spoilers galore for the Flash mid-season finale, because there's one thing I want to talk about. It's a massive spoiler. It's like the cliffhanger at the end of the episode. So if you haven't seen the mid-season finale for Flash this past week, spoilers, and ready, go. It's crazy how at the end of the episode, we see that Barry got framed by the Thinker for, you know, a death, for killing. So, like, now he's coming, like, pretty much they set it all up, the Thinker set it all up to where, like, you believe, like, he's gone, but he's not. He got transferred into this other Meta's body, and you don't know it until the big reveal at the end. And, you know, Flash is like, or Barry sees there's someone at his house, so he goes to his house, and then he's framed with murder with a wedding gift that they gave him earlier in the episode, which was a knife, and they didn't know where it came from. And guess what? That's the weapon. That's the knife that they used to kill, to frame Barry. So where are we going to go from here? Like, we see kind of, at the end of the episode, we see previews of when they come back from the mid-season break, but you see him in jail, and, like, you know, he's in court or whatnot. He's kind of all tied up by the police because murder and whatnot, and Joe's fiance, I guess, is his lawyer, and she's like, just tell him you're the Flash, you'll get out of here, tell him you're the Flash, but he can't do that because if he tells the world he's Flash, that's not good. So I've been enjoying this season a lot. It's been the Flash. I love the series, but it's kind of like every now, like, I feel like it has the tone where you'll have like 3 or 4 really good episodes, and then you have one that's like obviously filler. It's like, that's okay. Plastic Man, I've been enjoying. I think the guy who's playing Plastic Man, I don't know his name, sorry, but I think he's perfect. He looks like Plastic Man. He just has the face structure and everything. But I've been enjoying Flash a lot. I'm just crazy to see where they're going to go from here, because obviously it's the Flash, kind of like last season where, you know, oh no, he's stuck in the Speed Force, he's dead, he's never coming back. The show's called The Flash, so of course he had to come back, and of course Barry's going to get out of it somehow. He's not going to be in jail forever. Something's going to happen where it's corrected. So I'm curious to see where it goes, but I was definitely shocked for them to go that route. I did not see them going that route where they're like, oh no, Barry's framed for murder. That sucks. So I've been enjoying it thus far. At the end, I'll ask you guys what your thoughts are on the mid-season finale. I want to save questions and stuff for the end, and let me get through my spiel of just news and whatnot that's come through the week. Moving along, yet again, we have Batman the White Knight issue 3. I've said it before on the show, guys. This is hands down, in my opinion, obviously, this is my opinion, but for me, this is one of the best comic titles coming out every month right now. It's so freaking cool. It's pretty much an Elseworld story. It's not in continuity with DC Rebirth, with DC Metal, with anything going on. It's its own world. It's kind of like Injustice. It's its own thing. It's an Elseworld book. Think of it that way. And it's just been tons and tons of fun. It's, for those of you who don't know, the premise of the book is pretty much the Joker has been cured of his insanity, and now he's become Gotham's White Knight, saying that, you know, Batman's the one who does, you know, brings damage and costs Gotham City money, and he's the real criminal. You know, like, how much money you think he costs the city when he's chasing criminals on rooftops with his Batmobile, and all the roofs are caving in and destroying families' apartments and homes. He's like, you know, he's the one destroying Gotham City. It costs the city billions of dollars a year to repair all the damage that he causes, you know, and with his vigilante ways. And it's just really interesting. And we see, again, spoilers for this book as of this point, at this point. If you haven't read the first 3 issues, I'm sorry, but I'm going to spoil. I'm giving you a warning, so you can't be mad. Telling you spoilers again. Spoiler, 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 spoiler. There's 2 Harleys in the book. So, but what's cool is we find out that the original Harley is, or the first Harley we see, isn't the original Harley. She's actually like what Sean Murphy, the writer, artist of the book, has said is pretty much the Suicide Squadron. Squadron? That's not a word. The Suicide Squad version of Harley Quinn. And then the original Harley Quinn, who looks like, you know, her Batman animated series days with the red and black, comes in and is like, nope, you're out. I'm back with Mr. J, because Mr. J proposes to the new Harley Quinn, the Suicide Squad Harley Quinn. She's like, no, I don't want this good White Knight Joker thing. I want the mean, twisted Joker. So no, I'm not going to marry you. And then the old Harley Quinn steps in and is like, okay, we'll get married, blah, blah, blah. So you got the original Harley Quinn with the new Harley Quinn, or the original Harley Quinn with the Joker, with the cured Joker. Sorry, it's a lot. It's confusing. And then the new Harley Quinn, the Suicide Squad Harley Quinn, I don't know why I keep doing this, in issue 3, spoilers, I said it a bunch of times already, actually ends up becoming the new Joker, or the Neo Joker, as they call her. It's just really, really interesting. And then something big happens. I don't want to give that spoiler away, even though I said spoilers, but I don't want to give that spoiler away. Something big happens in issue 3. But again, it's just really cool. I think the coolest thing about this comic is how it really gets into the mental, like in the mindset of the Joker and Batman, and why the Joker is obsessed with Batman, and why Batman does what he does, and what holds Batman back even from going too far and doing certain things. You find out who that person in his life is that stops him from going too far, and all that stuff. It's just really, really interesting. So I'm very excited to see where the series keeps going. It's one of my favorite series thus far. I highly, highly recommend it. Every time I see it in my pull list, I'm like, yes! Yes, I get a new one. So, again, it's only 3 issues in thus far, but it's been great. Now, remember last week what I said at the beginning of the episode? I'm like, hey guys, we're going to start watching animes week to week. If you guys want to watch along with me, I'm going to watch 2 episodes of this anime every week. I put it up for a vote on the Variant Facebook. I said Attack on Titan, My Hero Academia. You guys chose My Hero Academia, so I watched the first 2 episodes of My Hero Academia this past week, and good lord, it's pretty freaking awesome. I've heard a lot about it, but I'm like, you hear about stuff. People have different opinions. You don't always agree. Some people love this movie. It doesn't mean I'm going to love the movie. So, it definitely had enough good said about it that I was intrigued. Hence that being one of the 2 I put up for a vote. So if you guys watched it already in the past, or if you watched this past week, like I asked you guys to, let's talk about it. The first two episodes were great. The first episode, or just the plot, I guess the first 2 episodes are pretty much just setting up the series. Again, 2 episodes is not really enough to kind of know what's going on, because I think within the first 2 seasons, if I saw correct on Verve, it was like 39 episodes or something like that with the 2 seasons combined. Anyway, for those of you who don't know, the series is pretty much about humans over the course of time have started developing superpowers, or I think they call them quirks. Or quirks? Yep, one of the 2 is what they call them. Anyway, they start developing superpowers. Like 80 or 90% of the world start developing some kind of superpower. And the main character, unfortunately, in the first episode, is dealing with not having a superpower, and he's like really sad about it. So it kind of dives in there, and all the kids and stuff go to school, and being a superhero has kind of become like a new profession of sorts. So it's this really, like, it kind of takes tropes from a lot of like different superhero genres and runs with it. Again, I haven't watched too much of it on the first 2 episodes. I don't think it's enough for me to talk about it like I'm an expert, because it's not. It's not even like halfway through the first season. But what I've seen thus far, it's really, really cool. I'm first 2 episodes, you're still kind of learning about the characters. I'm sure there's probably characters that haven't been even introduced yet that I'm gonna love. I forget the main character's name again. I've only watched the first 2 episodes, so I don't remember the main character's name. I'm sure someone's like saying it in the comments section, like, it's this guy, the kid with the green hair. Awesome. You really feel for him, and like, you feel sad for him a lot of the time too. They do it in the first 2 episodes. The writing is just really well done, where like, when he was a kid, there's this moment when he was with his mom, when he's at the doctor's office, and he's like, they did a scan and x-rays on him, and they're like, hey, fortunately, you're not going to be a superhero, even though your parents have the superhero gene, or the gene to have a power. That's not going to happen for you. And it's just really sad, like the way they did the animation and even the music, the writing, you just see he's crushed and devastated. And then later that night he goes home, and he's watching his favorite superhero, All Might, I believe his name is, on YouTube, a YouTube clip that he watches all the time. and he's watching it on I think they call it YouTube, not YouTube, YouTube. They couldn't do YouTube because copyright, so I believe they called it YouTube. I remember laughing because I saw it on in the browser on the screen. I thought that was funny. Anyway, he asked his mom. He's like pretty much saying, "Hey, is there no way I could be a superhero? Am I gonna be a superhero?" Instead of answering him, she just goes to him crying. She's like, "I'm sorry, and it kind of that kind of theme plays in the rest of the episode and second episode. It's just really good. I enjoyed it a lot, so I'm excited to watch the next 2 episodes. So if you guys want to watch the next 2 episodes, episodes 3 and 4 with me, so because again I've only watched the first 2 episodes, so I want to watch a good chunk of it so I could really start talking about the series, because I don't know. I'm sure there's lots of characters I don't know of yet. They're going to be introduced, so I don't feel like that's enough to really talk about it yet. But if you guys want to watch the next 2 episodes with me, episodes 3 and 4, you could do so by signing up for a free 30-day trial on Verve. And yeah, then you could watch all the stuff they have on there. It's not that they have like Dragon Ball Super, Attack on Titan, what else? My Hero Academia, all kinds of stuff. One Punch Man. Again, you don't have to watch it on there. I'm not trying to like push that on you or whatever. Like, watch this on Verve because yeah, sponsor. No, you don't have to. I'm just telling you guys that's the easiest legal way I know to do it. I don't want you guys to do anything illegal. So you can do it that way. But if you guys already watched it or have other ways of watching it, perfectly fine. But watch episodes 3 and 4 this week if you would like with me, and then we'll talk about it again next week, because now I'm going to go to questions on the little live chat thing. I'm going to start talking with you guys because that's what Variant Live is all about. I mean, you hear me rant all the time during the week, but this is cool because now I get to interact with you guys. So I'm going to go there right now. Goku versus Goku, says Herbert. What does that mean? Goku versus Goku. Superman versus Superman. Naja Portis says, "What are we watching? I got here late." So, real quick, we're starting to watch every Variant Live every week. We're starting to watching My Hero Academia for the next few weeks. We watched the first 2 episodes this last week, and we're all gonna watch the episodes 3 and 4 this coming week. And then on the next Monday's Variant Live, which actually might be the last Variant Live for the year because holidays and whatnot, we'll talk about it. So that. Bro Gaming 14, what is your favorite Spider-Man video game? I think it's Spider-Man 2, but not the movie one. I forget the name of it. I remember I used to play it on PlayStation. Don't remember the name of it, but I used to love that freaking thing where it starts off on the city and you would like throw the webs to like invisible buildings in the air. I think it's called Spider-Man 2. I don't remember, but that. Luna Comics, will you ever go to the Lost Toys again? Yes, actually. Funny you mentioned that. I'm actually going to be at the Lost Toys this Saturday, December 15th, from noon to 5 p.m. Yes, I'll be there hanging out from noon to 5 in Dallas, Texas. It's the Lost Toys. You can look them up on Facebook, all sorts of stuff. I'll be there from noon to 5 selling collectibles and just hanging out. I just pretty much go there because I have a lot of friends there and whatnot. I like to meet you guys, so it's local for me. So if you want to hang out and just chat with me or see some cool comics and toys that are going to be for sale there, want to get some stuff for stockings and Christmas, December 15th, Lost Toys, Dallas, Texas. I'll be there noon to 5. Let's see what else. Michael says, who is your favorite X-Men? It's probably Wolverine. I know it's kind of generic, but probably Wolverine and then Deadpool. I feel like that's a very like, stereotypical answer because it's like, yeah, of course, I like 2 popular X-Men, but I just love Wolverine for sure. Deadpool is a close second, but Wolverine because the X-Men 90s animated series, loved that series growing up, and I just remember going to Toys R Us trying to get his action figure, and me and my mom were there, and I couldn't find it, and then there's a nice older man, this nice gray-haired fella who was like, are you guys looking for that Wolverine? He's on the side peg over here. So we go around the aisle, and wouldn't you know it, Wolverine standing right there in his Jim Lee tiger stripe suit costume. Freaking awesome. Love that guy. And I got it. Let's see. Mediah Nor? Jedi or Wizard? I'm sorry, I probably butchered your name. Jedi or Wizard? That's a tough one. Jedi or Wizard, man. God. Man. I want to say Wizard. I mean, Jedi. Okay. No, Jedi. Jedi. I've liked Jedis longer than I've liked Wizards. Because I love Harry Potter, but I've liked Star Wars and stuff more. A Jedi. Lightsaber, Force. Come on. Yeah, Jedi. Brian asks, Miss Marvel or Captain Marvel? As in Captain Marvel Shazam, because if you're talking about Shazam, all day long. But if you're talking about like literally Captain Marvel, Brie Larson, or Miss Marvel, then probably still Captain Marvel. Yeah, I've liked her for a long time. What's your favorite version of Deadpool? Comic book version of Deadpool. That's usually, comic books is usually always my favorite version of a character. Unless you're talking about Batman. Even though Batman is the comic book versions of Batman is technically my favorite version of a character. Batman the animated series, I say it all the time, is what got me into comic books. And for me, that's the definitive version of Batman. They even pulled like several things from what am I talking about? Lost my train of thought. They pulled several things from Batman the animated series into the comic books. So yeah, Batman the animated series, because that's like literally without Batman the animated series, we wouldn't have had Harley Quinn. We got Mr. Freeze's origin from Batman the animated series. So much stuff. So that's like my definitive for Batman. That's not what any of you guys asked, but I decided to give you that info. Someone said it's going too fast, but they said super strength or super speed. Super speed. I actually think that's my number one superpower. If I could have any superpower ever, I would want to have a connection to the Speed Force. You could do anything. Theoretically, you could time travel. You could vibrate through walls. You could like run up buildings. You could do like whatever you freaking wanted, and it's awesome. Super speed all day long. Steve asked, Spider-Man 2099 or Batman Beyond? Come on. Nightwing. Batman Beyond. Even though I love me some Spider-Man 2099, everyone who knows me, watched the show for a while, Batman's my end-all be-all. Love Batman Beyond. Love the Nightwing cap. Thank you. Favorite hero, Fran X Gaming LMAO asks, favorite hero, My Hero Academia character. I don't have one yet, per se, because again, I've only watched the first 2 episodes. All Might seems pretty cool. And the main character, his name's escaping me, kid with green hair, forgot his name, only watched 2 episodes, so that's why. But he seems pretty cool, but I can't really say, I haven't watched enough of this series, so I don't really have one yet. Mario Hernandez says, Plano, Texas. Yeah, you're close to the Lost Toys, they're in Dallas. I expect to see you on Saturday, and then say, hey, I'm the guy who commented on the live chat, or woman, could be either, but not because that wasn't a woman name. You could have that name, I don't know. I'm not discriminating. Whatever. Let's see. It's moving fast in here. Favorite, Nico21 asks, favorite hero? Batman all day long. I say that all the time. That's an easy one, but yeah, Batman, easily. Let's see, the comments moving fast. I'm trying to pick one, guys. Blue World, have you seen the Batman Ninja trailer? I have. If you watched last week's Variant Live, I talk about it for like 5-10 minutes. So go watch that one and you can hear all my thoughts on it. Thomas Martinez, Guitar Hero or Rock Band? Guitar Hero all day long. I'm not saying one's better than the other per se. I mean, I kind of am, but I'm biased because I started playing Guitar Hero first, so that's the one I like more. Future of the DCEU. Oh, actually, yes. That's actually, Quentin asks that. That's actually a very topical question, because that's actually something I should have talked about earlier. Yeah, so apparently the DCEU is being shaken up because, all the higher-ups are like, oh, man, Justice League isn't making a lot of money. That sucks. This movie should have been like up there with the Avengers, and it's definitely not on par, especially box office wise. So that's not great. So yeah, I guess they're getting rid of one of their DC Films heads. Now Jeff Johns is alone at the position for the time being. I'm sure they're gonna get him a replacement. And yeah, they're moving DC Films into the same building as like I guess Warner Brothers in general, so they could be closer. I mean, the DCU thus far, if that's what you're asking though. It's very polarized. I like some of it. I don't like the other half. It's like 50-50 for me because like Batman v Superman, I said several times, had a lot of cool parts, but overall I thought it was a mess. Like really cool scenes in it, but story-wise and overall I thought it was a mess. I thought it was too dark. Didn't have, just everything was so brooding all the time. It's like there was nothing to make you like get a break and be like, okay, why is everything so like sad all the time? But again, a lot of cool scenes in it. Suicide Squad, I like Suicide Squad. It wasn't the best movie in the world, but I definitely enjoyed it. It was a ton of fun. I thought that was one of their better ones. Man of Steel was good, same thing. Also not amazing, but I liked it. It was fun. Justice League, I thought was a lot of fun. A lot of fan service for DC fans. Again, though, still had a lot of problems. The thing is, like, all these movies, like, there's elements of, like, yeah, that's awesome. But just as a whole, it's not... Personally, I don't think they're working that well. Like, even as fun, I said in my review, Justice League was a ton of fun. I liked it a lot. But, you know, watching it a second time and stuff like that, there's just a lot of problems, and you could tell there was a lot of, you know, people, cooks in the kitchen, as you could say. Like, you know, Zack Snyder had a vision, Warner Brothers was mingling with that, Joss Whedon came in to fix it. You could tell just there was so much things pulled out. It was fun, a lot of fan service, a lot of cool things that made me geek out, but again, there was a lot of problems with it. So, I mean, I hate to compare it to the Marvel Cinematic Universe, I hate to do it, but, I mean, you kind of have to in a sense. It's another comic book universe, so, you know, Marvel and DC will always be compared to each other. It's just, you know, Marvel was smart off from the jump. They did everything very slow. They got in early. They built a universe very slow. They did this character, that character, where DC had to play catch up. Catch up? like catch up? You know, like no, they had to play catch up, and they rushed a lot of things, and unfortunately because of that, you know, there was a lot of cooks in the kitchen. Things got messed up. It didn't come out the way us fans would have wanted it. I know lots of you love it. There's people that love BVS, that love all this stuff. Again, I'm not saying I hate any of that stuff. There's lots of problems. I think it's fair to say that Marvel is doing a way better job with their cinematic universe, and without being biased, I love DC, but again, I can't be biased. Obviously, the Marvel Cinematic Universe is doing infinitely better than the DC EU. I just approached it, you know, because Kevin Feige is a single mind. He's basically steering the whole ship. You know, he's got like the brain, and then he branches out. He's like, this is a story. Now do this, 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 and this. This is where everything's going. Where DC doesn't really have that. They didn't let anyone kind of take charge. I mean, Jeff Johns, I wish, you know, they let Jeff Johns do his thing. Be like, this is what we're going to do. This is our 5-10-year plan. This is where everything's going. And just stick to the plan. They're kind of just doing things, and it's unfortunate. Again, we've got, I'm not saying I hate it. I just know it's just not, it could be better. It's not, you know, the best thing in the world. We got a lot of fun parts. It's awesome. You know, Ben Affleck was, I think, the best on-screen Batman thus far. Live action Batman thus far. Kevin Conroy will always be the true Batman for me. But yeah, the suit looks awesome. Deadshot, Will Smith was really good. Margot Robbie's Harley Quinn. There's just so many cool elements. It just, as a whole, it's not working. And then there's just a lot of, like, you know, things that don't work together. Like, there was things in Justice League that didn't line up with things they were doing in Suicide Squad, where the continuity was off, and it's just like, come on, man, we need a coherent universe, and we have it. That's it. We haven't got a coherent universe from the DCU thus far. It's very unfortunate, because I love DC. Batman's what got me into comic books, so I just hope they fix it. Hope 2018 going forward with Shazam, with Batgirl, Suicide Squad 2, Wonder Woman 2, all that stuff. I just hope they fix it, because I know we'll get cool scenes and cool parts, but I just want the whole to be amazing. And that's my rant. I'm sorry. Let me answer 2 more questions, and I'm going to get out of here, guys. And then you'll see me on this week's episode of Variant, which is going to be a Top 10 Jedi. Ooh, yeah, if the guy's watching this, that's an exclusive. What's your favorite... I went away. Who do you like better, Icon or Superman? Icon's really cool. I did a history of Icon. Loved him growing up. Very cool, but I gotta say Superman. There's just way more material and stuff on Superman. I grew up with Superman right after Batman, so Superman. Let's see. Last question, guys. So I'm sorry, next time I'll do a longer Q&A. I'll cut it shorter and start doing Q&A longer, because I know I like answering you guys' questions. It's moving too fast. I can't pick a question. Dang it. The Frost On says, who's your favorite Spider-Man? That's easy. Peter Parker. Is the one I grew up with, the one I know and love. So Peter Parker all day long. Usually if that's whatever character is the one I grew up with is going to be my favorite of that version of that character. So Peter Parker, although Miguel O'Hara, Spider-Man 2099, I also grew up with that around the same time. So he's a close second. I love me some Spider-Man 2099. But Miles Morales is also really cool. And he's like half Puerto Rican. I'm Puerto Rican, so that's a plus. He's going to get a movie, like I said earlier. But that's it, guys, for this week. Again, the homework assignment for anime is going to be watch My Hero Academia episodes 3 and 4. Then we'll all talk about it next week, and I'll have more to talk about because that'll be farther in the series. I can elaborate on a little bit more. But yeah, do that next week. I'll see you next time. We'll talk about all things comics.